All right, so welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 8744, and today, guys, we're going to be live for our Europa League final match day dramaness. Okay, so remember, guys, to like and subscribe. This is an open hangout, guys. So if you guys want to join, hit that link in the StreamYard and the YouTube community tab, and you guys are more than welcome to join. We're going to be live around at least an hour. We may go over an hour depending on how many people we have and depending on the turnout, but this will probably be at least an hour. All right. So, um, let's get started, man. So, let me get the tier list for you guys. So, we're gonna be doing a tier maker. We're gonna be ranking the Europa League teams just based on league phase. I feel like we shouldn't really do them on match day 8 just because match day 8. Um, you know, some of the teams it was kind of inconsequential. So I feel like it'd be better to do league phase. So we got Matt's here in the house. And
Hello.
I think it'll probably just be us two for today, unless someone else joins later on, I suppose. But it'll most likely be us two.
And then last weekend.
Yeah, 10 times that he may or may not join. It's like 50-50. So, but he
Time will
joined.
tell.
Yeah, he did join later on, to be fair. So, but yeah, anyways, so Matt, do you agree with me? We should do a league phase rankings instead, or do you want to do match day 8? I feel like we should do league phase like we did for the Champions League.
I mean, didn't don't the final standings tell the whole story?
Mm, yeah, I mean, I guess you can say in that aspect.
And
So,
also, how much have we been following the teams enough to really come up with anything different from what the standings have said?
okay, so you prefer we do match day 8?
I think that would be easier.
Okay, okay, we can do match day 8. That's fine. Um, so to be fair, I've definitely been watching more Champions League than Europa League, so it probably makes more sense we do the match day 8, I suppose. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Um, and guys, like and subscribe. So this is the last time we did. So let me go ahead and reset. Um, I
Wait,
didn't.
what did they say? A there?
It said like this is like for our predictions video. So someone did this.
Okay.
Yeah. So um, I haven't. I didn't. I didn't put the teams in the order yet. So um, all right. Let's start with the. Let's just go with this order. It's fine. Let's start with Roma. Roma. So I know they beat. I know they tied against Panathinaikos, but they were man down. To be fair, and they still managed to get a draw, and they got in the top 8 ultimately. So I feel like. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they kind of scraped top 8, but at the end of the day, as long as you get top 8, it's fine. It doesn't really matter where you finish the top 8, as long as you get top 8. Now, unless you get top 2, though, then I guess it kind of makes a difference because you have the home field advantage for the second legs. But yeah, I mean, I still think Roma. This is a good result. I'll say B for me personally.
Yeah, I was thinking third tier.
So yeah, and I do feel like if they weren't down at 10 men, I do think they probably win this game, to be honest. But obviously, when you go down a man, you have to be more like conservative. So. Yeah, I'll put Roma on B. Next is Villa, man. Villa 3, Salzburg 2. And I was getting actually worried for Villa. I was like, don't tell me Villa's going to lose at home to Salzburg. I was actually getting worried. I was like, no way. But
And
Villa, thank.
I did see some of the goals, and certainly the second one RB Salzburg scored was a very poor one to concede, and Salzburg missed a huge chance at 2-0 up, which was poorly finished. So certainly a game of two halves for Villa. I'll also put them in the third tier.
Yeah, I would you put on top of I think they did better than Roma, I would say, so I'll put them
Yeah,
above.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, Villa 3-2. And the youngster that scored, Jimmo, that's his first ever goal. So, wow, what a moment for him. And he's actually from Mali, which is actually interesting. So maybe Mali could have used him in the AFCON. So, but yeah, what a moment for him and for Villa, man, as I said, man, to pull through and make the comeback and finish second in the league phase. Pretty good. That's pretty good stuff. Next is Bologna. Bologna, man, I didn't expect them to get top 8. I'm very surprised they made top 8 at the beginning of the season. Obviously they beat my Tel Aviv, which was to be expected, of course. And yeah, I mean, it was a pretty routine win, I have to say. And yeah, they had 24 shots, 11 on target. The only thing that I can maybe criticize their finishing was really kind of poor. When you have 11 shots, you should be scoring maybe like 4 or 5, but they got 3 in the day, which is fine. So I'll say A, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll go to the A tier. You know
Yeah,
what?
so
I'm gonna have a look at your past streams and see what the tiers were called then, and refer to them in that way.
all right. Next up it is Braun. Wow, Braun actually made it through, which is crazy because despite them losing the game, they still managed to make it through. And it's kind of funny because I think both it reminds me of Bodo Glimt in some ways. Obviously, I think Bodo's more impressive, but I think it's kind of crazy that I don't think either of these teams were expecting to make the playoffs at the beginning of the season, and they both did. So kind of interesting there. So
Oh yeah.
So for Braun, I mean, they lost the game in the 85th minute. So I mean, I'm just looking at stats here. I think they had an okay game, I suppose. I mean, actually, let me look at the stats. They had 17 shots, 6 on target. Wow, it was pretty close. So they played well. They just couldn't finish, it seems. So I'll say top of C, I suppose, or maybe bottom of B. Do we put them bottom of B because they made the playoffs, or
I was thinking a tier below Villa.
yeah? Actually, remember, we're only going by match day 8 performance. So if we're going by the entire league phase, then maybe I'll put them bottom of B. But since we're going by just this match day, I'll probably put them C.
And they were facing a team that was already eliminated.
So true. I guess that's fair. Moving on, we have it is Young Boys and bro, Young Boys, man, they actually put up a very good fight against Stuttgart, which made me surprised. It's like I thought Stuttgart would easily win this, and the fact that Stuttgart only won 3-2 is actually kind of surprising. So they made the comeback from 2-0 down to make it 2-all, but then Andres scored the 90th minute. So I think for Young Boys, actually did a pretty good job, and they only missed out by goal difference in the next round. So I'm gonna say, is it generous to put them bottom of B?
I'll I'll put them in average tier, which was what you had as the fourth tier on your streams last year.
Okay.
Match day 1s to 6.
All right. Let's put them above Braun.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Celtic. Celtic obliterated. Which team they obliterated? They obliterated Utrecht.
Utrecht.
Yeah, it was a pretty routine win for Celtic, and yeah, for Utrecht, as I said, man. I mean, we'll talk about Utrecht when we get there, but yeah, Celtic, man, they got the job done. They won 4-2 at home. I mean, it was pretty much expected, and they were pretty much clinical in the day with 5 shots on target with 4 goals. So yeah, I mean, what more can you really ask more? Ask for? Maybe defensively they could have done a bit better, but I feel like we're
Yeah,
just maybe
probably that.
I feel like we're maybe nitpicking there at that point. So but yeah, I mean, I would say B for
But
sure.
whenever they did concede a goal, that they would then go on to restore their 2-goal advantage.
Yeah. So I'll say B tier. I'll say above Villa. I'll say above Villa just because I had a more comfortable win. I would say, whereas Villa wasn't comfortable. So is that fair?
Yeah, I think I would have them in that third tier, which is cool, which was good tier your on what you had before, and yeah, probably just above Villa.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. By the way, we're gonna quick fire through this, guys, because there's lots of stuff to discuss. We're gonna look at the standings, and then we're also gonna talk about other stuff as well. So, we're not gonna go through detailed with this, guys. Just kind of like a quick fire, rapid review. Next up is Basel. Let me just look at their result real quick. So
They lost
Basel,
at home to Victoria Pleasant.
mm, yeah,
I would put them in the fifth tier, which is bad. I'll put them in bad tier.
yeah, I think I would agree. Yeah, you can't lose at home to Pleasant. So maybe a draw would have been okay, but not to lose, man. So yeah, just bad. And I think had they had drawn the game, no, actually no, they needed to win actually. So a draw wouldn't have been enough. So and you had a game at home, so yeah. Anyways, next up is Michelin. Wow, Michelin actually made top 8, which is
I
pretty
would
crazy.
put them in great tier, just ahead of Bologna.
Wow, they won a 2-0 win against Dinamo Zagreb. It was a pretty routine win, you got to say. And so yeah, 10 shots, 5 on target. So yeah, I would say I would agree as well. Um, and so and the next up is Porto. Okay, I'll let you take over for Porto.
Yes, well, Porto had a bad start by conceding a goal in the 6th minute from some disorganized defending, but then and they responded very well with goals where they forced Rangers players into mistakes, and I thought certainly attacking wise were very good in the first half. Second half was forgettable, so I would say um, kind of borderline in second and third tier. I'll say
I'll say bottom A,
I was gonna go.
or maybe top of B.
Yeah, I was gonna say top of the third tier, good tier, which given that nothing much happened in the second and half, so and they had a defensively poor goal that they conceded. So yeah, I'll put in the good tier just above Celtic.
All right, fair enough. By the way, we're gonna go through the comments after we finish this tier list. Next up is RB Salzburg. Salzburg, um,
Oh
they put up a great fight against Villa, man. They put up a really good fight in the first half. Okay, sure, second half they were kind of bad, but to be fair, I mean Villa have so much quality, so it kind of was kind of inevitable. I think Villa made the substitutions that obviously made the difference, and so I can't really be critical of Salzburg here. I mean I'm critical of them in the entire league phase, but for this particular game, I'm not gonna really hold them too much critical for. So
I put them ahead of Young Boys because not only did they blow a 2-0 lead, but they had a huge chance to make it 3-0 and a pretty horrible off the target miss. And then Aston Villa took advantage from there. So, yeah, I'll put them in the about top of average tier.
do you think do you think if like let's say I had to score the third goal, do you think Villa could have? Do you think Villa still come back? Do you think Villa still score 3 goals?
It's hard to say, but I don't think it's out of the possibility for Aston Villa to do so.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's move to FCSB, man. FCSB, man. Tenedita, man. I don't know where he's at, but his team, well, the Romanian team managed to get a draw at home against Fenerbahce, and honestly, I think it was a pretty even game. 15 shots, 8 on target. They got the goal there in the second half. Obviously, they still eliminated. So I'll say C for me. This is average, and I'll
Yeah,
say
I also think average.
I'm gonna say above Braun. I'll say, but I'm not putting it above these two because I know these two lost, but I feel like these two put up a better. I feel like these two put up better fights, so that's why I don't want to put them above these two.
Yeah, I'm happy to go between Young Boys and Brum.
Yeah. So yeah, next up it is Fenerbahce. We were just talking about FCSB. Fenerbahce.
I'd also have them in that average tier.
Yeah, I mean they were leading 1-0 in the first half. They looked great in the first half. The second half, not so well, but I mean they blew it, man. So yeah,
I put them
Fenerbahce.
above FCSB, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly whether I put them where. I'm not sure where else I'd rank them, but certainly at least above FCSB.
I feel like Salzburg and Villa did. Sorry, Salzburg and Young Boys did better.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So next that's Ferencvaros, man. Ferencvaros. They lost 4-0 to Nottingham Forest. They absolutely got obliterated. Yeah, I mean this is F for me. I was easily.
Yeah, they're going to be one of the lowest, so terrible tier for me.
Yeah. Next up it is Feyenoord. Ooh.
Um, Probably either average or bad.
I'll say. I mean, they did score a really good goal in the second half, but ultimately, I'm saying maybe average. I guess
Yeah, I'll go low end average.
bottom of C.
Um,
And actually, I think we should put them above Braun.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Then Dinamo Zagreb, they were comfortably beaten by Michelin 2-0.
I'll put them in bad tier.
Okay, above Basel,
Just remind myself how Basel did.
they lost at home.
Um, Interchangeable. Although Basel probably, I think Dinamo Zagreb had less expectations to get better results. If that affects your thinking at all.
Yeah, I'll say I think Dinamo Zagreb put up a decent. They I think they were I think they were a bit better. I'll say. So I think Basel did worse in my opinion. Next is Go Ahead Eagles.
Average.
Yeah, average. They held Braga to a draw at home. So yeah, I'll say probably right here because these two
I'd
lost,
I'd
right?
I'd have I'd have put them above Fenerbahce and
Ooh.
probably put Braga around where you put at Go Ahead Eagles.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Next up it is Lille. Lille. They managed to win. Wait, how did Lille?
1-0 against Freiburg.
With a late penalty in the end with Olivier Giroud in the 92nd minute. Kind of just the bare
No,
minimum.
yeah, and also Freiburg went down to 10 men, so I'd put them in a good tier. So
I'll say bottom of
um,
B. I'll say bottom of B.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and I was seeing the commentator like I was seeing like a Lazo show, and when Giroud scored that penalty, Giroud was saying "Let's go," and the crowd was saying "Giroud, Giroud," like they were screaming so loud. So it was kind of interesting to see that. So yeah, and yeah. Oh, Matt, you want to comment on that?
Um, yeah, well, I didn't see E yet, but I think certainly a moment to remember. Um,
Yeah,
Maybe perhaps a night like that Olivier won't forget.
yeah. Next up, it is Utrecht. Utrecht. Um,
Um, One of the bottom tiers,
Let me check how Utrecht did. Oh yeah, they lost to
4-2 to
Celtic, right?
Celtic.
Yeah. I'll say D, I suppose. I won't go F since they at least scored 2 goals. So I'll probably put them at least. I'll probably put the top of D honestly because they at least scored, whereas
Mm.
these two didn't. So you know.
I'd put them between Emino and Basel.
Actually, yeah. Let's do that. Actually, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Now to the club where Thibaut Tourcoing started his career.
Gank.
Um, 2-1 against Malmo. Malmo have been bad this campaign, so either a low end good or average.
I'll say I'll put them at good, I suppose, since they got the win. I'll put them. I think I'll put them above Lille at least because Lille at least they did score 2, whereas Lille only scored 1. So
Although Genk conceded one, if that makes a difference.
true, and you could say Freiburg are much better than Malmo, obviously. So you know what? Actually, let's put them bottom of B.
Also, Genk's equalizer was a penalty.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to put them bottom of B then?
Yeah, that I think that works.
Then obviously this team is F. No discussions needed. Malmo. I'll say you know what? Since Malmo at least scored here, so they at least put up a good fight. So I don't want to put them F, but I'll put them like D.
Yeah, I'd probably put them at least above Utrecht, but maybe above Dinamo Zagreb.
Ooh, you know what? They did score to be fair.
And it took a while for Genk to take the lead, which was the 82nd minute.
Yeah, that was a great goal, by the way. A really good goal there. So it was a banger. So yeah, actually, you know
Okay.
what? Let's put them top of D.
And Nottingham Forest, they go into best tier.
Ooh,
Is that
best
what
tier.
it's
I mean,
called? Yeah, yeah. You got it best tier in match
as
day 6.
yeah,
Best
as
tier.
okay. Let me see who Nottingham Forest obliterated. Oh, they played France.
Ferencvaros. And
Yeah.
they were in the top 8 going into this match day.
So yeah, you know what? Yeah, for me, S. Nice, obviously, at D. Um, They lost to. I think they lost to
Not
Blue.
so nice campaign for them.
Yeah, just I don't know what's up with Nice, but yeah, I mean, I'll say
Yeah,
D. I suppose I'll say
me
D.
too. Um,
Bottom of D.
I'd put them above Basel
Okay, I guess that works.
because they weren't at home when they lost.
Yeah, Lyon
Um,
4-2 win against Pawk.
yeah. And this result has put them
Top.
top. So I'd put them. I'd probably, you know what? I'll put them behind Nottingham Forest in that best tier.
Mm. Yeah, and I think this was their B team as well. So
Impressive.
yeah.
Panathinaikos, I'd put them in B.
All right. Right here,
Yeah, that works.
Pawk. C, I suppose.
Yeah, C or D.
I think D is a bit harsh.
Okay.
They scored two.
About so did RB Salzburg, although they blew an opportunity at 2-0 up. I'd probably put them second in the average tier.
Ludogorets.
Well, they got a 1-0 win. I'd have them above Genk, not above Villa, but somewhere within that region.
I'll put them above. I'll put them right here, I guess.
Okay, then.
All right. Next is Rangers.
They got off to a great start, but they were, apart from one good tackle in the first half, they were pretty easy to score against defensively, and they didn't offer anything in the second half. So I'd put in D, even though it is against a team that are 10 points ahead of a team that beat Real Madrid yesterday. You know what? I was watching the Rangers review after the game, and somebody even said that.
Wow. Man, that game yesterday was crazy. But anyways, getting back to this game. Yeah, I'd say I'd say Rangers D, I suppose. I'll say where do we put them in D?
Perhaps between Utrecht and Basel, probably. Yeah, that works. Although you could put them behind Nice as well, but either way.
I'll just put them there since they scored, I suppose. Anyways, moving on, we have Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo, man, it's actually funny. I caught like a little bit of the game. They scored the 89th minute. Sorry, 87th minute, and then they concede 2 minutes later.
Oh my god.
But you know what the funny thing is? They still managed
Yeah.
to get top 16. So like
Okay.
it didn't really matter that much. But still, that was just funny.
I would say average.
Yeah, I'll say average. I guess I'll put them maybe here.
Okay. I don't know
Uh,
where they are in La Liga, so I don't know what their expectations were exactly.
yeah, let me just pull up their La Liga standing real quick just to put in perspective. They're currently 7th in La Liga.
Okay.
So I guess their expectation was to make the knockout stage. So yeah, next is Real Betis. Real Betis won 2-1 against Feyenoord. I'm a bit disappointed that they only won by just a 1-goal margin, and but at the end of the day, at least they won, so I suppose that's nice. So I'll say B tier, I suppose. Where in the B tier? I'll say here.
All right then.
All right.
Although I think I'd have him above Aston Villa because they did because of the fact that Aston and Villa fell behind in the way they did. So they had so I guess so as Real Betis had a had more control of that game. So yeah, I'll have him there.
All right. Moving on, we have Serena Zvezda, Red Star Belgrade. I guess it's good
Average.
for them. They salvaged a draw. I think. Would you think they'll be the more happier team than Celta, or do you think they'll be the less happier? I feel like they'll be the more happier
Um,
since they got the draw from losing position.
yeah, and it was a late one.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll put them above Celta then.
okay,
Braga,
average.
average. Yeah. They got the results, so I guess that's good for them. So I'll put them. Probably put them here. So,
Okay.
Freiburg.
Well, they lost to Lille. Um, I'd say average because it took a late penalty and they'd gone down to 10 men just over 10 minutes before added time. Um,
I think I'll put them here.
all right then.
All right, Storm Guys. 3 more teams to go. Then we're done, guys. So Storm Guys, they won
B.
1-0. 1-0 against Braun.
Probably about the same as Ludogorets.
Which one? I think yeah, I'll put Little Gretz ahead since it beat Nice, and Nice I think is better than Braun. So
Oh yeah, I'd agree.
even though Braun made it through. Stuttgart won 3-2 against Young Boys, so they won with a last minute winner, 90th minute.
B.
Um,
Good tier.
yeah, B, and I'll say, hmm, I'll probably right around here, I guess. I think Villa did a little bit better though. I don't know, actually.
I'd be happy with having Villa ahead.
Pleasant,
Um,
the only team unbeaten this Europa League.
that's quite something.
Yeah, it is.
A 1-0 win away at Basel. Let's have a look at the stats and all. Goal in the 39th minute, more possession. They did have 12 of their 15 shots off target. Um, only only 2 saves from the opposition keeper. So
I'm saying bottom of B.
I'd put them at least higher than Genk. I wondered even closer to Celtic. Us. What about between Ludogorets and Sturm Graz?
Okay, I guess we could do that. I was thinking about maybe there, but okay, I can budget that, I guess. All right, let's read some comments. And then we're gonna go ahead and move on to the table itself. Watching Real Madrid getting out by Mourinho Benfica as football heritage. That was crazy, man. That was absolutely insanity yesterday. I still can't believe that happened. Oh man, what a game that was. This is UEL, buddy. When you see Real Madrid are getting humiliated by Benfica, Mourinho is just beautiful caviar. That's actually crazy, man. Real Madrid has never defeated Benfica in their history ever in their history. It's crazy. So yeah, I still can't believe it.
Actually, I think the second Champions League Benfica won was against Real Madrid.
Yeah, so I mean that was craziness, man. Like that was insanity. Like I'm so surprised. I don't know if anyone else is surprised, but I'm surprised. I didn't expect that to happen. So
I don't think anybody did.
lol. I know it's UEL, but it's still comical. Trust me, I know. Brown surviving losing to Storm Guards whilst Red Bull Salzburg choke. Wasn't Salzburg already eliminated before this final match day?
No, they still had a chance, but they needed to win against Aston Villa.
Oh, okay. This match day was ruled by the teenagers. Many of them scored. Yep. Congrats, Victoria Pleasant. Stuttgart saved Braun. How is Feyenoord not bad? Never mind, it's all right. FCSB and Go Ahead Eagles never stood a chance qualifying due to horrible goal difference. Um, True. Thanks very much. Darius, who do you support? Oh, that volley for the center backs from Young Boys. This Puskas worthy. Oh man, it's actually crazy. He actually played the Europa League a few years ago. If you guys don't
Oh
remember,
yeah.
that was his first ever time. So, and probably the only ever time. We'll see. So, yeah, Lyon is my bet to win Europa League outright. Villa's second favorite. Well, we'll get to the table. We'll get to the table. I read the Puskas War usually not Salas though. And wow, Endrick, man. Endrick's at Lyon, man. Endrick's been firing recently. I've been hearing he's scoring hat tricks recently and everything. Bro, Endrick, man. He's
I
loving
mean, he
life
had
here.
the
Yeah.
capability, seeing as Real Madrid were looking out for him.
Yeah. I would have played Endrick more in Madrid. He's sadly not eligible. Gank, rank. Oh,
Yeah.
he's not eligible. Oh, maybe I think he'll be eligible for the knockout phase. Probably. But yeah, league phase. Yeah. Gank rank. Oh my that actually rhymes. That's crazy. Rangers play joke defense apart from that tackle by Fernandez. Yeah. I really think Deli Ali could get something at top class. Is there any club that calls it Deli would be good? No, he's finished. He's finished. He's washed.
Where has he been since playing in Turkey?
Matt, do you think he's washed?
I think he's finished.
Where is he? He's currently a free agent.
That says it all.
That's when you take him at your club.
No. You know what? The only big club he might do well at is one that's in a banter era, but not even like Manchester United.
Oh my jeez. Oh my jeez. The fact that Matt is even rejecting him just shows how bad he is. Oh man. So, yeah. Okay. Let me add this time set real quick. All right. Let's go back to the comments. I think it was Fernandez. Bologna is an A tier. We're at a bunch of Bologna. No, Bologna played well, man. But Crystal Palace could have some extra players, but they play in Conference League. Yeah, Roadblock. Yeah, Crystal Palace should be in this competition, but it is what it is. Rip Puck fans. Crystal Palace a really good shot, exciting time, and they have great kids. Hey, Real Madrid, Freiburg have now something common. Woodcard, low, losing 1-0 to Lille because of a pen. The only winning team in Europe. What a pleasant surprise. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one, Albert. Um, Alberto hearts the young boys. Albert, yo. Even with the win, Salzburg would have been eliminated because the results are not going in their favor. First and last time Ronaldo played in Europa, though. Deli's played one game in 3 years, where he's sent off for coma. He's now hitting 30. MK Don's League 2. Bro, he's only played one game in 3 years?
Wow.
Oh my jeez. I think he's in South Korea, China. Bolton Wanderers. I definitely wouldn't want Delhi near Derby. I can't see him less than 30 minutes for a sub appearance in the championship. Oh man. Anyways, let's get back to the let's go to the table. So we're gonna talk about the table review, guys. Obviously, I did a quick little video on my channel. You guys can check it out. But let's look at this. So 25th to 36. So which team surprises you there that finished this that didn't make the playoffs? For me, and we have to look for the beginning of the season. For me, Rangers for sure. Like that's surprising, honestly. Nice for me. See, the thing is, it's easy to say Nice, but after what they did last season, I'm not that surprised. But yeah, Rangers for me is definitely the biggest disappointment. Um, would you agree, Mats?
Um,
Oh yeah, Final too. Final's another good one.
well, yeah, Feyenoord was going to be my answer. I know they're not peak Feyenoord, but they're at least capable of finishing considerably ahead of these other teams that have been eliminated.
And you know, Mats. Sorry to cut you off there. Like this is a team that made the round of 16 of the Champions League.
Oh yeah, good point.
And they couldn't make the playoffs. That's crazy. They couldn't even make at least the playoffs. That's crazy.
Didn't they sell Santiago Jimenez to AC Milan, and then they ended up knocking AC Milan out?
Yeah. They did. That's actually messed up. But yeah, Feyenoord for me is definitely there. I'd say Rangers for me second, and then Nice I guess third, then I guess the rest were expected. I guess. Actually,
Yeah.
would you say it's a disappointment for Salzburg, or you kind of knew Salzburg would do bad?
I mean, they'd been in a bit of a shambles lately. Um,
So you're not surprised.
Not really.
Okay, yeah. I think these three, I'd say Founder is definitely the biggest disappointment for sure, for sure. So, yeah. And now let's look at the 70 to 24. Actually, yeah, 70 to 24, guys. So, guys, I mean, the fact that Braun is here is crazy. I think that's definitely a big shock. Excuse me. Pauk finishing this high is crazy. So let's do surprises, and now we can do most disappointments. Um, I'd say most surprising is definitely Pauk and Braun. I think these are the ones that shocked me the most.
Um, I'd say Braun. Believe Park made a deep run in the Conference League, so I wouldn't quite pick them as most surprising. Most disappointing, probably Nottingham Forest, or maybe Bologna.
Well, we're looking at just this section. Um, so 70 to 25.
Well, I think that was intentional for Bologna because they're capable of getting top eight,
No, but
and they were seen as a dark horse.
no, I'm talking about teams that finished 70 to 24. Which team that disappointed the most that finished in this area? For me, I'd
Well,
say
disappointing from the fact that they finished here and not further up the table.
okay. For me, my big it's Fenerbahce. For me, that's the most disappointing. To finish this low is kind of sad. They should have They should be much higher. So would you say Fenerbahce is a disappointment to finish this low? I think they should be higher.
A bit, although their squad's average.
Yeah, and then potentially Lille as well. I would probably say. Um, and yeah, I think the rest are kind of expected. But yeah, I think yeah. And now for this next part, yeah, you could say Forest here. Um, I think Forest is definitely the biggest disappointment. I would probably say.
Nottingham Forest and Bologna.
I think Forest
I'm,
is disappointed. I think there was more expectation
I'm also
here.
surprised that Genk were in touching distance of the top eight.
Yeah, Genk is probably the most surprising. Um, so and then I would say Ferencvaros because that's pretty high. It's kind of a little surprising. Didn't expect them to finish this high. Oh yeah, Serena Zvezda. Yeah, Red Star Belgrade. Because you know what's crazy? I think Red Star Belgrade was in the Champions League last season, and they did so bad. And here they made the top 16. So yeah, I'd say Red Star Belgrade actually. Would you say Red Star Belgrade? That surprised you? Besides Genk,
Um,
like the second biggest surprise.
Positively or negatively?
Positively.
I think I'm not too surprised that they finished where they have.
Oh yeah, to be actually, to be fair, Serena Zvezda are actually pretty strong at home. They usually don't do bad at home, so maybe that's not as surprising. But yeah, Genk is definitely the biggest surprise. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Most disappointing is definitely Forest, I would say. The top eight, Michelin is definitely the biggest surprise. No
Oh
doubt.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt in my mind. Um, and so yeah. Would you say Braga making top eight's a bit of a surprise?
A bit, although it's nothing on the level that of Midtjylland.
Oh yeah, Michelin. And you know what's crazy?
Um,
Michelin were so close to finishing top two as well. That would have been historic.
I suppose I'm surprised that Braga finished ahead of Bologna and Nottingham Forest.
Yeah. So yeah. So let me know in the chat, guys, which teams you guys think did the most disappointing and most surprising in the respective regions, and the four areas. And then afterwards, guys, we're gonna look at the playoffs draw. So let's go ahead and let's look at this. Um, I'm surprised Salzburg and Rangers didn't go through. Um, weren't Rangers finalists in competition or was that conference? Oh yeah, they finished. They were Europa League runners up a few years ago, but yeah, Rangers definitely very
They
disappointing.
were in a better place back then.
At Salzburg, I'm not really that surprised. Salzburg is kind of washed, so
Like it was back as far back when Fulkrug and Kolomoani were playing for Frankfurt.
yeah. Feyenoord's embarrassing me, to be honest. Yeah, I'd say Feyenoord. Oh, yeah, Feyenoord. I had Rangers finish above Feyenoord, though, low. Young boys got carded, and UEFA said, beat it, kids. Must be the old ones into the playoffs. Wow. That's
Albert's on form.
okay. That's a
Braun,
good.
Braun.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one, man. Guys, remember, guys, like, subscribe. Let's get up to 10 likes, guys. So, yeah, Forest outperformed last season. Overperformed last season. Yeah. Celtic biggest disappointment. Would you say
Yeah, that. I
Celtic?
mean,
Oh, actually, you know what?
hmm,
Celtic's not a bad shout, actually. I didn't even think about that. Celtics actually not a bad shout because it's a team that has been competing in Champions League for a lot of seasons in a row. So to finish this low, it's kind of a little surprising. I thought they would maybe finish in the upper end of the top.
they did have a crappy manager until they lost the old firm derby, and
Which led to
now
a signature.
they've now got the manager who won it last season. Ange is back.
Wow. And Chicago. Actually, would you say Celtics is disappointing to finish this low? I think yeah. Actually, now that yeah, I think of that actually.
Um, I mean, I don't think they're top eight worthy, but before all this competition, but I thought maybe a bit higher mid table.
I think they're top 16 worthy though. I think they're top 16 worthy.
Yeah, yeah, low end, but sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. They're definitely not top 8 worthy. That's for sure. But I at least finish in like the upper knockout playoffs. At least have the home like second. I thought Forest was in the Prem last season. Well,
You know what? I don't know if he's still there, but there's a Celtic player that's played at Nottingham Forest who has a name spelt like that.
yeah, Fenerbahce has a better squad than they did under Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, they got some like good individuals, but I don't think they've got much backups.
Yeah. Pookie is facts. Does Red Star Belgrade have a UCL heritage? Yes, they do, man.
They do.
Two Portuguese teams at top 8. Yep. Lyon first,
And
really?
it's been a
Yeah,
good
Lyon.
week for Portugal.
Yeah, Lyon, man. Lyon. Yeah, Lyon are the best team in the Europa League and the league phase. Hmm. I mean, it's by goal difference to be fair, so it's not like they're comprehensively the best. But yeah, I mean, I think these are. I think I would agree. I think Lyon and Villa did the best over the league phase, so I think it makes sense as the two best.
Yeah,
Finishing 9 to 12, there's a kick in the teeth when you're a point behind eighth or stuck outside due to goal difference.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Like again, like look at this, they only missed out by goal difference, +4. Braga came out with the UEL knockout, so not a surprise for me. Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah, Braga's not that big of a surprise, but yeah, Michelin definitely is though, for sure.
oh
Red Star
yeah,
won. Red Star won in '91. UC won every club with permitted max of 3 foreigners, including except English clubs, who include Scots, Welsh, and Irish as homegrown. Wow, I didn't know that. That's actually really interesting. Wow, that's interesting. Imagine that was implemented now. How different football would be. Obviously, that will never happen again. But yeah, Dutch teams were terrible this UEL and UCL campaign. Yeah, that's true. I don't think it. Wait, yeah, I don't think a single Dutch team made it through. Wait, did PSV make it through? I know Ajax didn't. I know Feyenoord didn't. Did PSV make it through? I'll have to double check. I know Go Ahead Eagles didn't as well. What about the Conference League? I'll have to check the Conference League. I don't remember the Conference League, but yeah. Hey, I was thinking poor Dutch clubs. Celtic need big Ange. And
yep. So after the disaster they were having, they certainly needed him.
you know, be really crazy, Matt. Imagine he wins the Europa League with Celtic, back to back Europa League wins. That would be crazy.
Yeah,
I
I'd very much take. I hope we get to play Celtic away in this knockout campaign, and I can go there.
I still finishing 20th. Lyon should be favored to have another French club win the Europa League trophy. We'll see, man. I mean, Lyon probably. Lyon. I hope. Lyon would be pretty cool to see. I wouldn't mind them winning the Europa League. We shall see. They absolutely suck low. Why Ludogorets Razgord? Sorry, boy. Dutch football has low key declined. Most people are focused more on Italy, Germany's, Brazil's downfall. Would you agree, Mats?
I don't know enough about it, but
Well,
there's an argument to be made.
well, I know national team wise they've declined. That's for sure.
Yeah, although
So
they're doing a bit better than when Frank de Boer was managing them.
yeah, Dutch football's finished. Let's see at the World Cup, man. Need Ten Hag back. He's the only Dutch team left in Conference League. I knew Dutch football was funny when Lozano was making 20 plus goals and couldn't do it in Italy. Yes. Hey, Lozano, man. And we also got Santi Jimenez, man. All right, so now we're gonna look at my predictions, man. Yeah, my favorite part of these streams. So let's go look at my predictions. Let me see if I can find my predictions I did for the Europa League. So there's a Champions League one. Where did I do Europa League one? I feel like I did. I'll wait. Did I wait? Why is it not here? Crap. Let me wait. Let me click load more tier list. Uh, I swear I did it. Did I not do it for the Europa League? I thought I did. I
is
thought I
there
did for the Europa League.
is there a video on your channel?
Yeah, I know there's a video, but it would be easier if I could just put it in the tier list here. But it turns out I guess I didn't. All right, let me look for the video real quick. So, let's see if we can find. Then once we look at the video, guys, we're gonna look at the playoffs thing, and then we're gonna look at the gaming sim, and I guess we'll wrap it up. So, I thought I did a predictions video. Now I knew I did a predictions video, but I thought I saved the tier list, but I guess I didn't.
No.
Because I did for the Champions League, but I didn't do it for the Europa League. It seems. Um. So let me see if I can find. All right. So I did do a Europa League tier list, but I guess I couldn't find here. Oh well, it's okay, I guess. All right. So. All right. Oh my God. Oh God. My predictions are already looking so bad. Ah, fudge sakes. I'm gonna. This is gonna be so
Rangers in
embarrassing.
first.
What was I thinking? Yeah, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Yeah, I'm cooked, guys. I'm cooked. I can't believe I did this. Okay, let's start from the bottom to the top. Victoria Pleasant got that one wrong. Um, bro, I put them dead last. It's crazy. Why did I put them last? That was really stupid for me. Um, Storm Gauze. Okay, I got that one right at least. Michelin. Sorry, Maccabi Tel Aviv. Okay. Braun, pretty low. Code Eagles. Ferencvaros, Basel, Genk, Utrecht, Dinamo Zagreb, Prague, and Malmo. Yeah, not so good, man. Yeah, most of these were bad. Serena Zvezda, Young Boys, bro. I had Young Boys, Ludogorets, Stuttgart, Braga. Man, I really underestimated Braga. I really underestimated Braga. Michelin, Lille, and Nice. I overestimated Nice, of course. Then the lower end, I had Bologna, FCSB. I put FCSB too high. Salzburg, I put them way too high. What was I thinking? Feyenoord, Panathinaikos. What was I thinking? Freiburg, Porto, Real Betis. I didn't even have Real Betis making the top. I had Celtic making the top 8. And Celta Vigo.
Wow.
Oh my Roma, Forest, Lyon, Fenerbahce. I had Fenerbahce in the top 8. Oh my god, Rangers first is crazy. Okay, at least I got Villa second. At least I got Villa second, so I'll
Yeah,
be
not
yeah,
something.
yeah, I got Villa second, so that's actually pretty impressive. So dang, bro, that man, what was I thinking? Yeah, these predictions are garbage. Absolutely.
If this was on Michael's channel, he'd be playing the video of Stephen A. Smith. This is bad. This is very, very bad.
Oh my jeez, this was so. What? My predictions were so garbage, guys. These were horrible takes. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think any dubs. I mean, at least I got rain. Okay, let's see if I get the top eight.
Your Villa is a dub.
Yeah, Villa's a good dub. Leon, okay, got that one dub, and I think Roma, 3. Yeah, I got 3 of the
I
top 8.
mean, you got them in the lower end of the top 8.
So, yeah, yeah, I should have. Yeah, dang. So very crazy there, and then yeah, Feyenoord, man, jeez, this. Man, what to say, man? I mean, it's hard, man. It's hard to predict this, man. When you have to predict every single match day, every single goal difference, it's very difficult, guys, in this new format to predict. So I at least I attempted it, and it was terrible, but at least I gave it a shot. So, but yeah, next season, man, I'm done with it. I think I overhyped Scotch teams. I'm done with overhyping Scotch teams. So yeah, man, I have both Scotch teams at top 8. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you make predictions by any chance?
No, I did not.
Okay. So if you guys have any predictions, let me know. Actually, let's see in the comments. Did anyone? I want to see if anyone made any predictions in the comments. I should have done this for the Champions League yesterday, but let's see. Dinamo Zagreb have a much higher chance of qualifying for the playoffs. They currently have a squad with much potential. Wait, Dinamo Zagreb make the playoffs?
Yeah, they're in the playoff round, 23rd.
Okay, so fair enough. He was right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. This
Pookie
was
had his top 8.
a bold call. Yeah. So FCSB. Yeah. I think just suspected Basel. Wait, Basel. Let's see. Did they? No, they didn't make it. So I was right with that. Top 8. Let's see. Real Betis. Okay. Puka got. Let's look at Puka's predictions. We should have done this yesterday for the Champions League. Well, you know what? Let's look at the Champions League real quick since I didn't know this yesterday.
Pookie almost got Porto's spot on.
Okay, so Real Betis correct.
Well, did it? Well, hang.
Stuttgart wrong.
Yeah, one spot off.
Yeah, Stuttgart was wrong. Lyon was right. Porto. Okay, Porto was good. Villa was good. Bologna, nope. Roma, yes. And Lille, nope. 94 Panathinaikos, Freiburg, Rangers, Fenerbahce, Celta, Feyenoord, Braga, PAOK, Nice, Genk, Celtic, Salzburg, Young Boys, Dinamo Zagreb, Sturm Zvezda, eliminate Basel, Sturm Graz, Victoria Plaza, Michelin, Ferencváros, Utrecht, Malmo, FCSB, Go Ahead Eagles, Makatil Lviv, and Ludogorets. Wow. Yeah, so Pookie's predictions I think were probably better than mine, honestly. I think his predictions are better, I'll admit. So at least that top 8 is definitely much better than what I did. So.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, I would have had Porto in the top 8, but I don't know where I had them. I probably would have had without making the actual predictions themselves. I probably would have had the English teams, Porto, Roma, Bologna in there.
Yeah. All right. I know it's kind of weird to do this. Oh, no one left any comments here. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say we could review the predictions there, but no one left any comments, so I guess that's fine. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the knockouts, shall we? So let me actually stop zooming, put this back to normal screen. So how many we're 53 minutes in, so I think we're doing pretty good in terms of time. So let's look at the playoffs. So we're gonna get either Red Star Belgrade versus. Okay, so which matchup do you want to see? Well, personally, for me, which would be interesting. I think
I've only looked at it deeply enough to who Porto could play, but go ahead and I'll just have another look for myself. Oh, what about Nottingham Forest versus Fenerbahce?
Wait, let's start right here first. Let's start here.
Okay.
So I think Celta versus Lille will be interesting. I think it'll be a great match. I think it'll be a good match, honestly. Celta Vigo versus Lille. Would you be down to see that match?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think because for me, I feel like if we do Celta versus PAOK and Lille versus Zvezda, it would be kind of like I feel like it wouldn't be as interesting. But here, we're guaranteed one of the top 5 league teams to be out. We're guaranteed. So that'll be interesting. I kind of want to see that actually. And then let's see, Gang versus Gang versus Dinamo Zagreb, I think will be interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
At the Bologna versus Braun. I mean, I feel like Bologna is like in a strong position. So
yeah, I'd expect them to be both of them.
Yeah. And then Stuttgart versus. Ooh, okay. You know what? Stuttgart Celtic. What are we saying? Stuttgart Celtic.
I'm looking at Ferencváros versus Celtic.
Ooh, okay. That'll be
And
interesting.
also you've got it would be Robbie Keane versus Ange Postecoglou, and Robbie Keane, I think, did have play some time at Celtic as well. 2 green and white teams. So yeah, I'll say Ferencvaros versus Celtic appeals to me out of
Okay.
what's possible there.
Okay. For me, which one do I prefer? I think I'd prefer Stuttgart versus Celtic, just because I think actually no, actually you know what's yeah, I think I'll prefer that one. I think it'll be more interesting to me. And then
Okay.
last one, ooh, Nottingham Forest versus Fenerbahce. That would be a good match. Ooh, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. And there's a chance that Fenerbahce could win that because Nottingham Forest fans have, at least before that Brentford game, Nottingham Forest fan base were getting very frustrated with Sean Dyche and thinking that he doesn't work with a invested squad. But maybe but let's see how they do.
Okay, so now the round of 16. I know it's a bit early, but we're gonna do this anyway. Guys, we
Give
could get
me Celtic versus Porto in the round of 16.
ooh, guys, we could have an all French affair in the round of 16. That'll be crazy. You know what? I kind of want to see that. Lyon versus Lille. That'll be interesting. That'll be really interesting, guys. Imagine we get that.
Also, didn't we
So
have Lille versus Villa in the Conference League?
yeah, I remember. I remember that one where Lille. I remember Lille were so much better against them, and then Villa just won on pens, I think. Or yeah, I think it was on penalties if I remember correctly. So like that would be interesting to see there. And then the other match we can get here is Bologna versus Roma. We could get an all Italian clash. That'll be interesting. We could. And then this one we can get here Stuttgart versus Porto. That could be interesting.
Yep.
So Celtic as well. So yeah, I mean, which team would you say is the hardest of the four you can get?
At the height of their powers, Stuttgart, but Ferencvaros were the form team before their loss tonight.
Yeah, I feel like all three of those teams. I feel like there's only one really team, but I think the rest are actually decent. So like the only
Yeah,
team.
although I still have Celtic third out of the four teams.
Oh yeah. I think you know what the anthem I'm referring to is Ludogorets. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, and then here, guys, we can get Nottingham Forest versus Real Betis. That could be interesting. Or we can get Fenerbahce versus Real Betis. That'll be interesting. So very interesting to see there, guys. So I guess it'll be a good final segment. Actually, let's look at the gaming predictions real quick. See how I did there, and then we'll read the comments, and then we'll do our final segment of going to our winner takes, like we did yesterday in the Champions League thing. So how I did in the league. So I finished third in the league, 459 points, and now let's go to UCL. Actually, let's actually see how many ones I got right. So I called this one as a draw. Nope. This ended
You got
1-0.
you got one of them spot on.
Yeah, Real Betis 2-1, and yeah. So
It's
this
a
one I kind
pretty
of messed
good
up.
week.
Yeah, pretty good. I got 58 points. Certainly better than last week. Last week was disgusting. And then how did I do in the Champions League predictor? Let's see that. Oh my jeez. Yeah, I was gonna be wrong there. Gonna be wrong there, wrong, right there,
You
right.
did all right with the English clubs, and you got Barca spot on.
Now Barca won.
Oh, you almost got it spot on. You
Yeah. How did I do in the league? I ended up finishing fifth. So, uh, yeah, interesting there. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. So, let me read some comments. We're gonna do our final segment. We're gonna go over Europa League winner takes. Which teams realistically can win the Europa League? So let's read some final comments. I need Ten Hag back. Do you think Ten Hag can save Netherlands?
I don't know about save, but I think he can do well with a Dutch club.
A's are the only Dutch team left in the Conference League. Wow, all the other Dutch teams got eliminated. Ooh, dang. I knew Dutch football was funny when Lozano was back. He 20 plus goals and couldn't do it in Italy. Yeah,
Irving Lozano.
one of the most one of the most overrated players in recent years. Yes. Lozano dunked to the Germans. Respect Albert Lowe. Rangers are yeah, yeah. Rangers are first. That might be one of the most dumbest takes I ever had in my life. That might be one of the worst takes. That was garbage prediction. That was a crazy prediction. Although I knew you had Rangers first. I had Braun 35th. They showed me. 80 was high when he was dead. Yeah, guys, I got drunk. Okay, guys, when I got drunk, I make bad calls. Okay. Is this the first time since the 80s where Scottish national team national side outperformed their clubs in Europe? Yeah, actually.
Well, to be fair, Scott, a lot of the time I'm in this century, Scotland weren't even getting past the qualifiers.
Yeah, I mean, it's still crazy. I mean, Scotland made it to the World Cup. It's kind of crazy to me, in dramatic fashion. But yeah, so um, I mean, were you surprised Matchday qualified to the World Cup directly?
Yes.
And Celtic losing the playoffs and Scotland reached the World Cup last 16. Then what a turnaround! Scotland national team usually sucks compared to the old form. Well, remember, I don't think that. I think round of 16 is too. I think round is. I don't think they're gonna make round of 16 in the World Cup. So we shall see, though. But yeah, anyways,
They have a knockouts curse.
Yeah, for me, round of 32 is a realistic ambition. All right, so last segment we have here, it is the final segment, and that is UEL Realistic Chance. So which teams do you think realistically can win the Europa League? So let's go from bottom to top. Let's start with 24th place.
None of these teams in the bottom 20.
No, I think. Nah, yeah, actually no, not Lyon. Actually no, not Lyon.
I think you have to go minimum Nottingham Forest to be in contention.
Ooh, I feel like Celtic could win. Maybe like a very slim
16th
chance.
place.
Okay, for me, I'll say any team that's top 16, I think has a chance. 17 to 24, I don't see it. I just don't see it. Would you agree with that?
Sure, but I don't think Celta Vigo have enough. I think Nottingham Forest barely, but they're a doubt. But I think they could do it.
Ferencváros?
Unlikely. Probably not, but I won't. But I'll probably put them I'd probably put them behind Nottingham Forest.
Yeah. The Genk? Oh, sorry, not Genk. Sorry, Stuttgart. Yeah, Stuttgart can. Yeah, Stuttgart can.
I think they need They need Garassi available.
So you think that if Grassi's not available, they have no chance?
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay. Bologna.
I think Bologna have a chance.
Genk.
I doubt it. Although I think they could make a deep run, but not actually compete for the title.
Okay. Roma. Oh yeah, of course, Roma. Obviously.
Yep.
Freiburg.
No, I don't think so. You have to remember they also barely beat the team bottom of this standings.
Wow, and guess who's just joined us? 10 it died of.
Hello.
Wow, 10.
I'm out, but I'm doing good. I saw a bit of Real Betis against Feyenoord, because obviously here in Spain, so they show one of the game. But
wait, did you actually go to the game in person?
No. I'm not in Seville.
Oh, so wait, did you go to any of the games?
No, I just watched the game somewhere.
Oh, you just went to the bar and watched. Okay.
Yeah, basically. But I saw Betis beat Feyenoord, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 10. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think for me, it's Betis or bust for Europe for La Liga because I'm because Conference League I don't see Rayo doing it, and Champions League I'm very kind of worried. Atletico's looking
Yeah,
garbage, and
Athletic
Real,
and Villarreal are gone.
yeah, Athletic Villarreal gone. Barca I don't see it. We're cursed. We're gonna ultimately we're gonna get humiliated again probably. And Real Madrid, there's just too much chaos in the club to. There's just too much chaos in the club to win. I think so. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but does Real Betis have the best chance with the Spanish teams this season in Europe? That's actually crazy for me to say.
Uh, I mean, they have the experience of reaching a final, so in Europe. So I think they have a good shout
I mean,
amongst the Spanish teams. And of course, they have the GOAT, Anthony.
okay. I mean,
At
am
least
I
Europa League goat.
okay? Am I guys? Am I crazy to say that Real Betis have the best chance for Spanish teams to win a European competition? Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not even
I
trying to be
think,
funny, guys. I'm just trying to be genuine, and I genuinely think they have the best chance.
yeah, I mean, obviously, it'll depend who they get in the last 16 onwards because they can't get Midtjylland until the final, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so Matt, what do you think, man? Am I crazy or
I don't think so.
I mean, it sounds crazy to say though. Like, I mean, when you say that, like above Real Madrid, it's kind of crazy.
I'd consider Real Betis amongst the top 5 to win it.
Because
Yeah.
for me, I just feel like for me, like the problem with Barca and Madrid is that Barca is just defensively really bad, and Madrid there's just too much chaos in the club. There's way too much chaos. So that's why I don't really realistically see
I
it. So,
mean, the good thing with like a team like Rayo Vallecano, they're in the top 8, so they don't have to do the extra 2 games for
ooh,
them, which
that
is
is true.
good.
That is true. But
And, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they have a favorable potential path to at least a quarter or semi,
did they finish
but
in the
also
top?
they have to be.
Did they finish in the
Huh?
top two? I don't think they did. I don't think they finished in the top two.
No, that was like Strasbourg and somebody else. Oh,
Yeah,
Wrocław of Poland.
yeah,
But I know Rayo got like 5th or 6th, I
yeah.
think.
So
But at least they don't have to play too much.
yeah,
And Betis
yeah. Let's go back to the
and
table.
Barca.
So it's 10. Which teams do you think realistically have a chance to win this season's Europa League?
Lyon, Aston
Okay,
Villa,
okay,
Betis,
okay,
Porto,
okay,
AS Roma, and
okay.
then from the playoff side, I mean, there's no one behind me. Uh, if you really want to go with European heritage, Forest.
Okay.
I would
Uh,
say the teams that Tendai mentioned and Bologna.
Stuttgart, maybe.
Bologna,
And
Stuttgart?
Oh, yeah, Bologna. Yeah. But
10.
basically, it has to be like European top 5 league or Porto.
So 10. Do you see any chance for? I know you don't want to talk about this team, but we have to entertain it. Celta.
I
Uh,
thought you were going to
I
say
mean, I know.
FCSB.
I mean, I don't mind. Stoa are gone already.
Yeah,
Yeah, FCSB are gone, but
yeah,
Celta
true.
can win it. I think Celta can win it. Now, will they?
Yeah,
Probably not, but I think they have a chance.
no, they have a chance, but
Very
I just
unlikely.
think
Very
that,
unlikely. Very unlikely.
especially away from home in the Europa League, they haven't been that good. They drew against
Rest all Belgrade.
Red Star. So,
Yeah, you know
and
what's really
then
funny, Ten?
remember,
You know what's really funny, Ten? Like they scored an 87th goal, and that you would think that was to win it, and then they concede 2 minutes later.
yeah,
like,
like they're
like
not.
they're looking to make the top 16.
Oh yeah, so they have the seeded path, and I believe they actually have played Lille and PAOK. I think I
Yeah.
know they played Lille last week. So
So you're basically saying Celta are basically living off their home form to basically
yeah,
make it form
basically,
because
yeah.
away from they're bad.
Well, Ludogorets was one of the games they lost. Red Star drew. I forgot the other 2 games,
Yeah.
but not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. What about Leo, man? Can Leo do it? Leo.
Um, I
I
think
don't think so.
I think if it was last season's Lille team, yeah. This season
No.
they need a bit of luck.
Yeah. So, 10. Let's see. What I want to show you. Oh yeah. Let me. Uh, uh, I made a predictions, and I'm kind of scared to show it, but I'll show it anyway. Actually, close the tab. Actually, I just realized. At least I can find it. So, oh, this is not the wait.
Okay,
Where is it?
good.
Oh, here it is. All right. So, league predictions. So 10. Look at my clown Europa League predictions. Yeah, this is embarrassing.
Huh?
I feel so. This is so
Yeah, that
embarrassing.
I
What I did.
think.
I
Oh
feel so
damn.
ashamed. I feel.
I don't think it's loaded just yet.
All
There
right.
we go.
Yeah. I was high when I did this predictions.
Wait. Okay. I forgot who I put as my first because I also did the top 8 prediction.
Oh, you
But I'm
did?
pretty sure I didn't fucking put Rangers.
Yeah, that Rangers was garbage. Uh,
You know?
yeah.
I would say the
Yes, Celtic in there too.
Yeah, that was garbage too. I overhyped Scottish teams.
And for the
yeah, I think
Matchday,
they've kind of fallen now.
Okay, I don't think Fenerbahce was that bad of a pick. I don't
I
think that was.
think playoffs would have, or maybe low end top 8 would have been reasonable.
Yeah, low end top 8. Yeah, low end. But yeah, Celta and Rangers, I can't defend that. Sorry, Celtic, I can't. And Celta Vigo, I put them in the top 8. That's also a crazy pick.
Yeah, because they're not known for winning trophies. Actually, they've never won a trophy ever. That's why. That's why I can't back Celta Vigo to win it because their history tells you they've never won a trophy.
So what if like did we say the same with Spurs?
No, but Spurs. Come on, Spurs have won trophies before. Celta Vigo never won a trophy in
Wait,
their
in their
club
history?
Yeah,
Wait, hold on. Let me fact check this.
yeah.
Yes,
That's
but
it's
Spurs
true.
won a trophy in 2007, and then they used to have a reputation of they only win in trophies when their year ends
So
in
look at
one.
national titles: Segunda, Tercera, so third tier, second tier, Copa
Okay,
del
they
Rey,
have.
runners up.
Okay, they have won trophies.
The second tier. Come on.
It still
Even like
counts.
even Norwich. So you're basically saying like, remember when Norwich City were very good in the championship? So they've won more recently than like Arsenal or whoever. But basically, yeah, like that's why in
Yeah.
Galicia here, so Deportivo or the bigger club because they've won,
Oh
La
yeah,
Liga.
yeah. I mean, yeah. And Deportivo, they did that comeback against Milan. Like, what is
Oh
Celta?
yeah,
What is Celta's best
Champions
moment?
League quarters.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Celta's best moment was playing against that Manchester United team back in the days.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
17. Yeah,
I don't know. So, yeah. Overall, these predictions were garbage. Um,
yeah,
the only positive I would say is that Villa second. That's probably the only dub I can take.
yeah. I mean, where did you put Lyon? Oh, fourth. It's okay. Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, so 10. Give me your thoughts. Let me look at that. So I want to show you the playoffs real quick. So, which
Oh yeah.
matches do you want to see?
If I
So,
can see zoom. So Celta gets either Pauk or Lille.
Celta Lille, Celta Lille.
Well, they played last week,
True, but this will be a two-legged though.
and I believe they also played Pauk
Oh,
away earlier in the season.
oh my G. So
Uh,
it's gonna be a repeat either way.
I think Lille progress, whichever team they get. I'll probably my preference would be have Red Star against Pauk, Serbian against Greek, and then
Yeah,
Celta against Lille, and then Genk or Bologna, Dinamo versus Bran. I think I'll be honest, Genk and Bologna should make it through. Stuttgart Ferencváros against Celtic or who's that
Ludogorets.
team?
Ludogorets.
I think whoever gets Celtic or kind of fucked. Not fucked, but like you much rather have Ludogorets
Oh yeah,
because
obviously.
so I think the big clash could be Stuttgart against Celtic.
Ooh, that'd be an interesting clash.
And then you have Forest, Victoria, Pilsen against Fenerbahce and Panathinaikos.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's so hilarious? Is Panathinaikos from the city of Athens?
Yes, Athens derby was
Oh.
And
between them and Olympiacos.
who's the owner of Nottingham Forest?
Oh my jeez. This script.
Hmm.
Okay, you know what? I'm down for that match.
Forest against Panathinaikos, and Panathinaikos can like hold that on Marinakis.
And then
And I
Phantom
think it would be quite cool to see Nottingham Forest playing in Greece,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, then I know this is a
And
bit early, but
then
I know this is a bit early, but look at this, man. We could get imagine we get an all
ooh,
French
okay.
affair.
I'll say this: if Celta Vigo make it past the playoff, I hope they get Aston Villa. I'd be tempted, maybe not go to the game, but maybe go to Vigo when Celta hosts
Oh, and
Aston.
hate you're gonna hate watch them in person.
Yeah, basically.
Dang, that's actually crazy. Oh, you know what? Actually, speaking of hate watches, I saw there was this like during the Club World Cup, guys. I saw there was this Japanese fan that traveled all the way to America just to hate watch one of the teams. I forgot which team it was. Do you guys remember?
Euro Red Diamonds.
It might have been that team. Like
That,
it's so
that's that was the Japanese team that was there.
Yeah,
like that is crazy. Like he traveled all the way to America from Japan to hate watch. That was
yeah.
crazy. Is that crazy,
Uh,
Um,
guys, or am I not? Is that crazy or not crazy to you guys?
Pretty crazy. It's up there with the Marseille fan that hate watched every PSG game last season.
oh, imagine this season, especially what happened to Marseille last night.
Oh my jeez. But yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, I would Lyon versus Lyon in a quarter round is gonna. I know normally I don't like the same teams play against each other, but I feel like
Mm,
this will be an exception. I would actually would be down for an exception. I think this will
yeah.
be really interesting.
My hope is I do want to see some English fans in Vigo, even though I live like three and a half, like 3 hours from Vigo. But I mean, even if I'm not there to watch the game itself, why not? I could be like, Newcastle won more trophy or won a trophy more recent than Villa.
Yeah,
But but then I'll support Aston Villa, obviously that day. And then Genk Bologna. So that side against Freiburg Roma. Honestly, I hope it's not Bologna Roma because that's my Europa League final at the start of the year, start of the season. So I would say I would rather see Bologna against Freiburg and Genk against Roma. And then I would say for FC Porto, I say I think the worst case is Stuttgart of the four, I would say, for Porto. Actually, for Braga as well, I would
yeah.
say.
I know
Stuttgart
my
has
dream road to the final. It would be Celtic in the round of 16 because I'd want to go to that early away game. I'll say Fenerbahce in the quarters, and then Villa in the semi-finals. So Celtic in the round of 16, Fenerbahce in the quarterfinals, and Aston Villa in the semi-finals would be my dream road to the final for Porto.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And then the last pair, I mean, I know it already happened at the start of the season, but Forest against Betis again.
ooh,
That was a pretty good game as well, you
yeah, it
It's
know?
was a
one of
good
the
game.
only
Or
games
or
where Ange Postecoglou did well for Nottingham Forest.
was it? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then or you could have Forest against Midtjylland again,
Ooh, yeah, that's
just
true.
like last year, sort of. But I think my semifinal or the four semifinalists I have, so it has to be two per. So I would pick. I'll just probably just pick the big one. So I'll pick Aston Villa, Roma, FC Porto, and Betis. That would be the four, and it would practically mean it's Villa against Roma and Porto against Betis. I mean, it could obviously it depends on how they draw each other.
Yeah. All right, so 10. Let's quickly do this real quick. We're gonna wrap it up here. So, which team is the top 8 that surprised you the most? I think Michelin's definitely one, right?
Yeah, I mean the other eight, yeah, expected, or at least like you kind of saw it.
9 to 16. Which team surprises you that made it this high, and which team disappoints you?
Celta Vigo.
Yeah,
I would say
Gank. I'd say.
Ferencváros, Genk, Victoria Pilsen. So I'll
Yeah.
probably say those three,
What
and
you say?
then in
What biggest disappointments to finish this low?
I guess Stuttgart, but they only missed out on like 1 point.
Yeah.
I
What you
would
say?
say,
Fourth?
well, yeah, maybe Forest just because they spend a lot of money, and you would expect top 8, but Big Ange, kind of
Yeah.
ruined it.
What about 70 to 24? Team that surprised you that finished this low. Team that surprised you that finished this high.
I guess obviously the big one is Lille, and probably based on your predictions as well, Celtic,
Yeah.
I would say. And then the teams that got knocked out altogether. It's unfortunate that some young boys are not there anymore. Pause.
Oh,
Yeah.
they were close.
Yeah.
Feyenoord for me is definitely the biggest disappointment.
Van Dyson, you missed Albert basically saying that they were too young to compete in this competition.
Would you say, so 10? Would you say Feyenoord's the biggest disappointment? I mean, this is a round of 16 Champions League team, and they couldn't even make
Actually,
the.
well, we only just finished January.
Yeah.
All of the Dutch teams are not in Europe.
No,
All of the
no, I think AZ's still in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think AZ's still in.
Really?
Hold on,
Actually,
let me check.
Conference League?
Yeah.
Maybe maybe I might be wrong then. Okay.
So it's
Okay, fair
basically
enough.
AZ. Okay.
So that yeah, the only ones AZ.
Okay. Well, good thing I corrected there.
I
Yeah,
guess
Feyenoord.
I mean based on last season, obviously Stawa, because Stawa finished 11th in the Europa last season. Now they finished 27th, but they've not been good in the Superliga this year in Romania.
Yeah.
You could say Rangers,
All right,
maybe.
Rangers.
Well, for
Would you?
you, for sure.
Yeah. Would you say
Uh,
Feyenoord?
yeah, Van Persie and all.
Would you say
Uh,
Nice or that was
no,
expected?
no. No, if it was last season, yeah, but this season's not. Like Nice was kind of expected based on last season. Same thing
Yeah.
practically happened this year.
Yeah. So, all right, fair enough. And then biggest surprise I'd say is Braun. I didn't expect Braun to make top 24.
Yeah, but it's only literally by goal difference. But the
Yeah.
fact that we have two Norwegian teams, I believe,
Yeah, two
in
Norwich.
knockout football, Bodo and Van.
Yeah. All right, so this is our match day. Oh shoot, already went back. Let's go find the match day. This is the match day 8 teams we had. So are you okay with this tier list?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I only really watch Betis Feyenoord. Betis were okay, so yeah, I would say
All right.
Feyenoord. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, final segment here, guys. So which team you guys think is winning the Europa League?
I still
I'm
have to.
I'm still sticking with my Roma pick. I think they were the pick I made at the beginning of the season, and so I think I'm gonna stick with my Roma pick.
Yeah, same. I said Roma Bologna as my final before the season started. I mean, there's a chance they could meet up in the last 16, but if they end up on opposite ends, then I'll just keep Roma Bologna.
All right. And Matt's man, what are you saying, man?
I'm
Porto?
But I would love.
unless we
I
do
want Porto to win.
well.
I also like Porto to win.
If we do better in the away games, then I fancy our chances. But I would.
I'll be a big Porto fan.
But yeah, I've got my scarves in the background as well. But I would still. I think it's between Villa and Porto. No, Villa and Real Betis. But if I had to pick one, then Aston Villa.
Is there potential? I know it's not really a treble. I would love to see it. FC Porto treble. Premier
honestly.
League,
Yeah, that's still on the cards. Currently first in the
Cup
league,
and Europa.
semi-finals of the cup. And if they get to the semi-finals, they'll be if they get to the final, they'll be guaranteed to play a lower league team.
Oh wow!
And
So at least a double.
Wait,
At least a double.
I'm pretty sure FC Porto unbeaten in Premier Liga
That's right.
right now.
Yeah.
Could they do? I know it's Portuguese league, German league is different, but can there be a conversation now, FC Porto to do almost similar or
To
even
Bayer
better
Leverkusen?
than that? Yeah. I know it's Portuguese league and there's only really two competitors in it with
I mean,
and
even the fifth best team, Porto, have beaten home and away, and another team, Famalicão, who have caused problems to the big three as well. We've managed to beat, although I think we've still got to play them at home. But Porto have won away at their hardest games against Sporting CP. But yeah, I think a unbeaten run is on the cards still.
Well, listen, wait,
has Porto have done that before?
Has any team gone undefeated in the Portuguese league?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know when the last time was.
I'm pretty sure Porto did at least once this century. One of the title wins. I think 2012-13. I think. I remember. Well, I know they won the league.
Wait, I just searched up, guys. Porto did it 2010, 2011.
That was with Andre Villas-Boas, the president, as the manager.
Yeah,
and
he wasn't president at the time, but still. I can also remember seeing they won the Europa League.
11, right? 2011.
Yeah,
they beat Braga in the final too.
And Braga are actually on the opposite end, no matter what, of Porto's draw.
Okay, guys, honestly,
wait, wasn't that final in? Was that final in Bucharest?
It was in Dublin.
Wow.
Oh, okay. I think Bucharest was the Spanish final.
Yeah, okay, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. From a neutral perspective, I would love to see. Basically, I would love to see a French team or a non-top 5 league team wins this, or maybe it's Real Betis, I suppose. But basically, it'd be really nice. Basically, the only league I don't really want to win is basically England. Basically.
Well, for me, obviously, I mean, I don't mind seeing them win a trophy. It'll be nice to see them win it, but I don't really want to see Aston Villa win it. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Because it means that their project is better than Newcastle's, and I just want to keep and make sure that Newcastle's project is more successful than Villa's. Because we have a trophy, they don't yet they're performing better than us.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be crazy. Imagine we get like a French. Imagine we get like I don't know, Lyon versus Porto as a final. That'd be a really crazy final. That would be that'd be a really interesting final.
And last time we faced Lyon, and it was in the Europa League too. They beat us in the second leg at home.
Yeah.
That was in the season when West Ham got to either the semis or it would have been when they got to the semi-finals when they beat Sevilla on the way.
Yeah. Let's read some final comments, and then we're gonna wrap it up. I wasn't surprised because of the group they were in. Celtic reached 0-2 UEL final. Rangers reached U8 Euro final. Scotland had no tournament appearances between 98 and 21. Wow. Peace, guys. Villarreal never won a trophy before 2021. So what are you saying, man, 10?
I know but then I don't know. Villarreal winning it before. I don't know if maybe COVID tax.
No, don't do that, man. Come on.
So Okay,
on, man.
Intertoto Cup doesn't count. Even Newcastle won an Intertoto Cup when it was
Okay,
cool.
no, but come on, you have to give Villarreal that dub. Like to beat Manchester
Oh
United.
yeah. At that time, yeah.
That was crazy.
And
Most of the guys,
at least Villarreal backed it up. Semi-final Champions League. They backed it
Yeah.
up at least.
yeah,
Not
too,
this year. Not this
yeah,
year.
yeah, too bad they're washed now. But yeah, I mean that's crazy. But anyways, I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy today's Europa League stream. So we're gonna be back here again, and February 18th, I think, is the Europa League knockout round playoffs. So we're gonna be here. We're gonna be quite actually no, sorry, 19th because
19.
19th. Yeah, sorry. So basically in 2 weeks from today. So
Yeah.
yeah. Any final words from you two before I round off? So wait, so
Porto,
Matt,
Porto.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
so Matt,
Porto as well.
yeah, Matt. So
They're my Portuguese team.
yeah. We'll see what happens. You know, what crazy guys. Imagine we get a Sporting versus Porto UEFA Super Cup match. Okay, that's not
I don't
happening.
mind. I don't mind.
That'll be
Bring
crazy.
it on.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Sue.